Hey, Queens. Happy Pride. All right, but genuine question, though. How is it June? I don't understand. January felt like it took 74 years, and yet somehow we're here halfway through the year. And would you look at that? My notebook is almost completely full. There is exactly enough space for one more month, as you can see by the untouched white pages at the end, next to all of the chaos before it. And I actually come to you today with preparation. I know. Crazy. Wild. I actually used a pencil and maybe even a ruler, and I pre-set up what I wanted this design to look like, and I thought that I would pay homage to the cover design of this notebook where it has the falling stars. It's the meteor showers design from last year's summer collection from Archer and Olive, but it just makes me think of the falling stars. And so I did some falling stars and a couple of funky curly clouds, and then the June in my font, my one font. So enjoy this part where I use various pens to go over the pencil and make it look like I just came up with this on the spot. Welcome. Can you hear the ice clinking in my glass? I have some raspberry lemonade because it is quite hot here in the valley this week. We had some rain earlier this week, which was gorgeous and lovely, overcast, rainy, delicious, and now it's 105 degrees. So insert lemonade clinkage here. It's fine. You can laugh at me. I am a child. Okay. Let's talk about this design for a hot second. I am kind of proud of myself for actually coming up with the concept and being able to prepare with going through. And of course, I do have this sped up because it took like an hour for me to just like lazily sit here and draw everything. Not that it literally took an hour for me to do all of the line work and erasing on all of that, but I was watching shows on my tablet and like intermittently stopping to do whatever on the tablet, switch to a new video, grab a beverage, you get it. So you're seeing the actual sped up part. And yeah, I kind of love this like stars on strings motif. It's something that I've seen a handful of folks do over the years, and I just like it. I just think it's pretty. And since this is the last month that I'm going to be using this notebook, it felt like an appropriate, like, kind of send off vibe. We're paying homage to the art. It's very fun, very exciting. And I do already have my next notebook picked out, which you will see for July. I'm very excited. Does it also have stars on it? No one knows. Spoiler, the answer is yes. If you couldn't tell, that's a favorite motif of mine. Yeah, I don't know that I did a super good job on these clouds, but that's okay. It's meant to be whimsical. It's meant to be a little like slapdash kind of, they're just sort of floating and flying, and therefore like why would they be perfect, right? Like these are fake clouds on paper. So I think it's okay if they look a little funky. But I am pretty proud of the stars. The stars and the strings I'm proud of. But yeah, I was originally going to just do this in black and white, just have the clouds, the stars, the title of the month in various line weights. Line widths. Why does that feel hard to say? Who knows? Maybe we're having a little too much lemonade. There's no alcohol in it, okay? It literally is just lemonade. But who knows? Words are hard. All that to say, my original goal was let's just do this in like the various line thicknesses of different black pens and just have the white paper, and it'll kind of look simple, sleek, minimal, and nice. But then obviously it's Pride Month, friends, so why wouldn't we add a little bit of extra panache to the design, which I did decide to do by incorporating some different various pride flag colors into the clouds, which you will see momentarily, because I'm not at that part of the video yet. Good job, Emma, for speaking about it before they're actually seeing you do it. But you know what? Honestly, the majority of times that I record these voiceovers, they are full chaos, and I end up talking about something that has nothing to do with what's going on the screen, and I end up having whatever I'm talking about with regards to what is happening on the screen, I end up doing it like a little bit late. So honestly, this is the balance. This is where we're talking about it before we've done it. But look at this! Isn't that cute? See, I was like, this looks great in just the black and white, but like, let's throw a rainbow on it, okay? It's June. So 3 clouds, 3 rainbows, and by 3 rainbows I mean 3 separate pride color scheme rainbows. Technically only 1 rainbow. You get it. You understand what we're trying to do here, okay? There is a bird right outside the window I'm sitting by that is yelling. So if you can hear that in the background, just know that the bird is okay. It's just calling to its friends. Anyway, yeah, how are you guys doing? What's going on in your lives? What's happening in your world? Very exciting. I am actually sitting at my desk, as you can see by the reappearance of the desk wallpaper behind the journal. We're not sitting on the floor or the couch this time, though thank you for the kind, lovely words about my sweet baby Valor, my gorgeous child papa who had surgery recently. She's recovering beautifully. She wants to do more than what she should be doing because she's a little bored, and it's a little hard to keep her occupied and interested because she just wants to go on adventures and she kind of can't go on adventures. She has said the living room is boring, and I appreciate all the treats and I appreciate all the pets, but girl, I'm over it. It's time to swim in the pool. And I'm like, I agree, except that I don't. except that I don't actually want to do anything that your surgeon said you are not allowed to do. But beginning of July, we have her 8-week post. Sir, what? Did you guys hear that? The bird was like, oh! Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, Valor. She has her 8-week post-surgical checkup at the beginning of July, and that's when they will tell us, like, you did a good job of making sure she didn't destroy her brand new bionic leg and destroy the bones that we're trying to heal. Or they tell us, actually, you did a terrible job. And here's the next set of things you need to do in order to fix it. So hopefully it's not the second one. I don't think it will be, but, you know. Hey, do you recognize this color scheme? This first cloud is a pan flag, little representation moment, and the pan pride colors always make me think of just like the brightest neon, like 90s nostalgia vibes. So I decided to use highlighters to go in here with these, just so that yellow was super bright and that pink was like almost searing, because I just feel like the other colors that I had were just not quite giving like the pan of it all, you know. That is my personal pride flag of preference for my particular brand of pride, in addition to, like, you know, the Progress pride flag that has all of the everything in it. We love that one, but if we're specifically going like just the niche flags under the umbrella of the entirety of pride, the pan one is the one I claim, and I like that color scheme. And for this second little cloud, we're doing some trans pride, okay? We got some family who wear this proudly and who are trans and are doing their best to exist in the cutesy little hellscape that is current America. So we're gonna do a little trans flag in honor of them, and we decided to go with part highlighter, part like autumnal pink Tombow, and then just a straight up white paint pen, just so that it didn't look unfinished. Like, obviously the page is white, but I didn't want the dots from the dot grid to show up in the cloud, so we covered that over just so it looks like it's an intentional, it's like a different kind of white, just slightly. Maybe you're telling me, Emma, I can't see a difference, but like, yeah, I can, and that's what matters, because it's my journal. We're gonna take a sip of the raspberry lemonade, so enjoy some ice ASMR. Delish. Okay, on this third cloud, I kind of messed up a little bit and tried to cover over with the white paint pen to act as like a whiteout on the part where I had drawn a black line that I didn't actually want to be there. And at this point in the process, when I was just picking out every rainbow color pen that I possibly own, because of course we got to represent like full rainbow, I was like, this is going to be perfect and great. It's going to work wonderfully. Spoiler alert, it does not quite work wonderfully, but we do end up fixing it, kind of. And I think it's great. But look at this. Look at my rainbow. I put more colors in it than maybe I needed to, but I have all the pins, so why not? Let's do it. Okay, let's see. What's going on in life that I can tell you about, aside from the bird that is just like having a concert outside my window? Okay, we're in the new house. As I mentioned several months ago, we moved at the end of February, not very far from where we were living previously. And initially we weren't planning on moving, but there was like a lot happening with renovations that needed to happen to the house, and like we couldn't do laundry, and like pipes were bursting, and it was a whole thing. And then our landlord situation was not the best, so we were like, all right, I guess we will move. We will find a new place to live. And so far this place has been great. We do have one room, the room I'm currently sitting in, that is still not unpacked. So I'm looking at the last handful of boxes that are like, they're open, but they're not empty. You know what I mean? Like I took a knife and I like slit the tape on the top and like opened them to make it look like, ooh, it's in progress. But like, no. I opened the boxes so that the flaps are like sticking up in the air, but then stopped. So at some point that will happen. But as I said, you know, that we're in June, and June just so happened to come after March this year. So I didn't really have time to like get it all figured out and together. But one day we'll have all the boxes undone. I am very excited though, because the room that I'm sitting in is what I'm calling my library, and this is where we have all the bookcases with like the books and the board games, and I'm gonna make like a cozy corner so I can like sit and read, and it'll be cute. And oh, I'm gonna interrupt myself, because as you can see, this is the part where coloring over the white paint pen with the rainbow pen was not great, because the white just showed through like crazy. So I kind of just had to like go over it with black, and since it's in the dark blues, I feel like unless you're really staring at it, you kind of can't tell what's going on with the cloud. But it's fine. It's fine. And then check it out. Look at all my little pride clouds. I think they're so cute. We've got our pan cloud, our trans cloud, and then our general rainbow pride cloud. along with our falling stars. And then June. And I could have colored more, but I didn't. I was kind of like, oh, that's right, I did color more. Wow. I decided to make June a nice metallic gold because you guys know she loves a rainbow and she loves a metallic gold pen. And my camera did stop recording while I was coloring that in. So you got the quickest of time lapses for me coloring in the letters. And then here we are, as is typical. We have reached the pain tracking portion of the setup, and I've really been kind of enjoying like just having the cover page for the month, which is potentially super basic or super simple or super minimalist or maximalist and extra, depending on how I'm feeling, how much time I have, whatever it is, and then just going right into the pain tracker and then going right into my dailies. I've been doing this quarterly setup, and at the end of June, we will be halfway through the year of trying the quarterly kind of review vibe and having my calendar set up every 3 months rather than every month. And I think it's working. I think it's working. I think we're doing it. So yeah, I don't think anything big changed this month as far as the symptom tracking. I think back in May, I did mention that I split up the low back and pelvis pain sections so that they were split up into their own, since I had those spinal injection situations, the spinal nerve blocks done back in May. I wanted to specifically note that like, oh, the lower back pain is different versus like the pelvic pain. And keeping those separated out from each other has been helpful. And I think everything else is kind of the samesies. Yeah. I've been proud of myself. We've been keeping up with being consistent with this, which is good. But if I'm missing days, which I definitely was back in May, we're not beating ourselves up about it because it's fine. We are just human people doing human things. So yeah, there you go. Look at that. Cute. And as per usual, my little This Is Fine dog in the fire and the Minkowski pain scale for chronic pain, I just print that out onto sticker paper and stick that in there, and it's the same every month. But I had a sticker left over from last year, which is this really cool art piece that I decided to cut out and stick in for my first daily, because again, June, Pride Month, we are especially in the year of our Lord RuPaul 2025. It's important. It's super important this year that we are wearing our pride out loud and taking care of ourselves and each other. And look at me trying to show off that the ink was like metallic for the word June, but the lighting was just like not quite giving. So hey, I think this turned out kind of cute. I like it. It's chill, it's simple. It was fun getting to like color a little bit and use my rainbow tape this time instead of just the gold. And as you can see here, these are the stars that kind of inspired the vibes. And yeah, I always love the transition from like filling up a notebook in its entirety to getting to start a brand new one. Oh, it's just very exciting. So let me know how you guys are doing. How are you enjoying the beginning of your summers? Are you doing anything for Pride Month? And do you like raspberry lemonade? Or do you like something else? Tell me your favorite summer beverage down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, queens.